Hey everyone, this is MasterElite22 here on YouTube, or Eric96 on Twitch and Discord. I'm here today to showcase a video on a certain raid strategy that a user on the main Scarlet Invite Discord had told me about. I didn't see any videos here on YouTube explaining it in detail, so I thought that I would do it myself. The raid strategy detailed how a team of Koraidon, Meowscarada, Medicham, and a Paldean Fire Tauros would be able to set up the raid Pokemon for a very quick kill. Now I know you might be thinking, you've already fully leveled and EV trained certain Pokemon such as Iron Hands, maybe some Goldengos, you've got some support like Umbreon, Blissey, maybe an Oranguru if you like the instruct shenanigans. You've already done everything you need, so why should you focus on Tauros? Well, here at Team Tauros, the answer is very simple. It is because you can one-shot nearly every single Tera Raid. Let me go into detail with you so I can showcase exactly why this is possible and how with the right setup, you and a group of friends would be able to use Tauros to one-shot nearly every single Tera Raid. Starting with the first of the 4-man squad, we have Koraidon. With its great speed investment and access to Screech and Taunt, it is often the first one to begin the process for the one-turn kill, and is the one to correct things if necessary. Meowscarada users don't have too much to worry about, for their sole purpose is to have Flower Trick. The Focus Sash also helps to stay alive if necessary. Medicham is also in the same boat as Meowscarada, for the only thing it needs to have is Skill Swap. However, depending on the Tera Raid, things can change quickly. Tauros is the heart and soul of the raid team. Only when the other 3 Pokemon have done their jobs properly can this Pokemon even think of cleaning up. With everything set up, all you need is a strategy. Meowscarada and Koraidon are typically the first ones to act, with Koraidon using Screech to lower the raid Pokemon's defense, and Meowscarada using Flower Trick to begin the process. However, Meowscarada is not hitting the raid Pokemon, but Tauros. This is because we want Anger Point to activate, which happens whenever Tauros receives a critical hit. Once it activates, Tauros maximizes its attack like a free belly drum, meaning Medicham can make its attack go even higher by giving it the ability Pure Power. This is due to Skill Swap. Once all these conditions have been met, Tauros then has everything it needs to end the raid with a one-shot kill. It just depends on the Tera Raid Pokemon, choose your moves accordingly. The Greninja raid that we had shown earlier was more of an outlier due to it having double team. For the most part, the Tera Raids are fairly simple to deal with. It's usually much more consistent, so we're here to show you that it works for most cases. Maybe you want some Herba Mysticas and you want to take down some Vaporeons or Amoonguss. So here I'm joined by some of my Discord friends, Logan and Polar, and we are going to showcase exactly how the process works and how fast you can do it. As you can see, in all the time I've been talking, I haven't tried to explain the process for the raid's already over. What was the point? This is the beauty of the strategy, because in all the time it took to join the raid, we didn't even take that much time to end it. It's already over, it's all said and done. That means if you wanted to farm it, you could just use this team and it would go super smoothly. However, there are certain cases where perhaps the Tera Raid Pokemon or the Tera Raid type may pose a problem. For instance, we have a water type Ceruledge here, meaning that Flare Blitz is not going to work, so we're going to show an example where the strategy does not work. Because we can't use Flare Blitz, we're going to try and use Close Combat because it's also a stab move, but as you can see, it did not have enough power to kill. Now, this of course isn't the end all be all for this strategy, we just have to adapt. You might recall from earlier we mentioned that the Pokemon could have other certain moves, for instance Helping Hand. There are multiple ways to get around situations like this. You could use Helping Hand to give Tauros a little bit more power, Koraidon could use Screech again, or like I'm going to show you here, Another option would be to just give it an attack boost through the attack cheer. No matter what you do, the adjustments required for the raid are typically minor and don't really take away that much time. As we can see here, the only thing that's been added to the setup is an additional attack cheer, and now Tauros has all the attack it needs in order to finish the raid. Your actions for the raid will just depend on what you're facing. For instance, there's certain Pokemon like the Donzo who like to reset the stats on themselves immediately. So with Koraidon, you can just wait that out and then use Screech. Or for instance, for Pokemon like Mimikyu, perhaps you want to get rid of the disguise first by hitting it, maybe like with Breaking Swipe. Whatever you're facing, if adjustments are needed, you can make them accordingly. Just be careful. I'll end the video with a warning. 2 raids that stand out in terms of difficulty are Corviknight, or God forbid you go up against a Clodsire. With their abilities practically ignoring Screech, you'll have to use Medicham's skill swap in order to get rid of the abilities first. With that being said, no other Tera raid can stand up against the might of Team Tauros. I hope you guys are able to use this strategy well. Maybe let me know in the comments if you've had any success. With that being said, that is all from me, and I hope you guys have a good time. Let's kill these raids.